Okay guys, some of the students have requested that I provide you guys with some videos. That way you can review ahead of time, or after class we can go over a glossary of terms for how you do some of the basic skills. It helps to speed up some of the classes. That way you can prepare ahead of time, or let's say you learn something new in class and you want to go home, you want to review, you can check out these videos and review, and you can dry practice at home. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about basic manipulations on the AR15 platform rifle. I've tried to pick out the most plain Jane, the most standard, the least amount of bells and whistles AR15 that I could find for you guys, but this works for any AR15 type platform. And again, I'm going to show you standard manipulations right-handed and then left-handed. So this doesn't account for things like ambidextrous charging handles, ambidextrous magazine releases. It doesn't account for things like bad levers. It doesn't account for flip-up sights and other aftermarket doodads and doohickeys. So let's just stay with the standard set of mechanics first, and then later on you can get it as complicated as you want, but keep it simple for now. Okay, so to begin, we have a Colt AR15A4. The action is clear, as I'll show you right here. So this is a standard configuration rifle. If you're in California, if you build your rifle featureless, it's going to be nearly identical to this, except that you're not wrapping your hand around the pistol grip. Other than that, it's going to be the same. To start with, we're going to have a couple empty magazines. These are GI M16 magazines. These hold how many rounds? 28 rounds, not 30, 28 rounds. And so when you fill them up, fill them until you get one thumbnail of depth. Okay, that'll give you 28 rounds. That'll give you optimum reliability versus magazine capacity. So we do not fill these to full 30 round capacity, because that's going to cause you problems when you're trying to stick the magazine into the rifle. Now, this doesn't really apply to PMags. It's optional for PMags, but particularly for GI M16 magazines, 28 rounds is ideal. Okay, so we're going to be using some plastic dummy rounds. They're orange. They look like that. No problem. When we talk about loading and unloading, let's look at the basic manipulations first. What you need to learn is to bring the muzzle up like this. Okay, muzzle up, straight up against your body. We call this the high port position. More on this later. Then we take our magazine. It's right in front of us. We hold it like this way in a fist on the support side hand. It goes directly into the receiver. It's right in front of my eyes, so I can't miss it. And this way, I'm encouraged to keep my head up, keep my head and my peripheral vision scanning what's around me, so I'm not looking down. Okay. Push on the magazine release with my trigger finger. Magazine comes out. Press in. Pull it out. Okay. So when you load the rifle, magazine goes in. We cycle the bolt, and then you check to make sure it's loaded. Okay. So let's go to the next step, which is cycling the bolt. When we talk about cycling the bolt, you cycle the bolt as a right-handed shooter with your left hand pinching thumb and forefinger in this way, pinching thumb and forefinger on the charging handle. I don't know if you can see that. Thumb and forefinger. Thumb is behind the charging handle. First finger is hooked in front of the charging handle. This is for a right-handed shooter. You're going to cycle the charging handle, the bolt, sorry, with your left hand. Pull straight down, control it, let go. Okay. Pull straight down, let go. Pull straight down, let go. You have to let the bolt go all the way forward under its own tension. Don't ride it forward. Don't help it forward. Okay. Pull straight down, let go. See it from that angle. Pull straight down, let go. So that's how we cycle the bolt. This is the loading procedure. Okay. Magazine in at eye level, weapon up, muzzle up. Grab the charging handle, cycle the bolt one time hard. Okay. Gun is loaded now. So when the rifle is now loaded, how do we unload it? We unload it by removing the magazine first. Okay. Once we remove the magazine, we inspect the magazine. Okay, that's a clue. But is this rifle still loaded? Yes, it is still loaded at this point, so we need to cycle the bolt hard. Using the same exact procedure, we cycle the bolt hard. Out comes that round. Is the rifle unloaded yet? The answer is no. The answer, this is still a loaded rifle. Why? Because by definition, we can't see inside the chamber, so we need to open and inspect. Using the same procedure, now I turn the rifle towards me as I open and inspect. Okay? So notice I take the rifle, I rotate it towards me. I rotate it so I can see the ejection port. Okay? So I rotate the rifle towards me, open and inspect. So far, so good. I see an empty chamber. Is this rifle unloaded? The answer is no, it's not yet unloaded until I press the side of the rifle, which is going to be this switch right here. This is called, colloquially known as the ping pong paddle. We're going to hold the bottom of the ping pong paddle, also known as the bolt catch. pressing that little tiny button, the bolt catch. This is the smallest control on the rifle that we regularly access. Pull hard on the charging handle. It doesn't matter which hand you do it with. Okay, you'll see the charging handle that is locked back. It's just kind of holding right here. Now charging handles break very easily, so we put this away by putting it back into the receiver. That's to prevent it from getting snagged on something, a sling or whatever piece of equipment, and breaking off. All right, so charging handle goes back in, and we are done. Now this rifle is unloaded. How do you know? You can see into the receiver, you can see into the chamber, you can verify that there's nothing in there. All right, so this is the loading and unloading procedure. Let's do it again from the beginning. Dummy round goes in a magazine. Weapon muzzle up. Where's my finger? Finger's above the trigger. Magazine in. Charging handle, pull all the way down. Let it go. Rifle is loaded. To unload, magazine comes out. Clear the chamber. Inspect. And lock. Loading procedure, unloading procedure. Any questions? If you have questions, let us know in the comments. Be happy to explain or make a new video even for you. All right, take care.